What's the secret to becoming a millionaire? Is it a lucky break? A brilliant idea? Or is it something deeper? Something about the way you think? I was obsessed with this question, so I decided to do something a little crazy. I read 50, that's 50, of the most famous books on wealth, success, and building fortunes. From classics like Think and Grow Rich to modern masterpieces like The Psychology of Money, I devoured them all. And after months of reading, highlighting, and taking notes, I started to see a pattern, a common thread that ran through every single story of success. It wasn't about complex investment strategies or having a revolutionary startup idea, though those things can help. It was about a specific way of thinking, a mindset, the millionaire mindset. And today, I am going to distill everything I learned from those 50 books into the core principles that you can start applying to your own life right now. The very first and most powerful lesson is that wealth isn't just about money. It's about value. This might sound simple, but it's a profound shift. Most of us are taught to trade our time for money. We get a job, work a certain number of hours, and get a paycheck. Millionaires, however, don't think in terms of hours. They think in terms of value. They constantly ask themselves, how can I create more value for more people? Instead of thinking, how can I earn more per hour? They think, how can I build a system that delivers value even when I'm not actively working? This could be writing a book, creating an online course, developing a piece of software, or building a business that solves a specific problem. The money they earn is simply a byproduct of the value they've created in the world. So, the first step is to shift your focus from earning to creating. What skills do you have? What problems can you solve? How can you package that solution to reach as many people as possible? The second pillar of the millionaire mindset is a complete redefinition of risk. Most people are terrified of risk. We see it as something to be avoided at all costs. We're scared to quit a stable job, scared to invest our money, scared to start a business because we might fail. The wealthy, however, see risk differently. They understand that the biggest risk of all is inaction. It's the risk of staying in the same place, never growing, and looking back in 20 years with regret. They don't avoid risk. They totally embrace it. It's all about taking smart risks and being prepared. They take calculated risks. Before making a big move, they do their homework. They study, they learn, they seek advice from experts. They understand the potential downside, and they make sure they can survive it if things go wrong. They see failure not as a disaster, but as a data point, a learning experience. Every no, every setback, is just feedback that helps them adjust their approach for the next attempt. They are not reckless gamblers. They are strategic players who understand that you can win the game if you're too scared to even make a move. Now, let's talk about money itself. The third key insight is that millionaires are masters of their money, not the other way around. While the average person's financial plan is often just earn money, spend money, and hope for the best, the wealthy have a deliberate, disciplined system. The most common rule I saw across all 50 books was this: pay yourself first. This doesn't mean buying yourself a fancy treat. It means that the very first portion of every single dollar you earn is automatically set aside for investing and saving. Before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, before you pay any bills, a percentage of your income goes directly into assets that will grow over time. This creates a forced savings mechanism that builds wealth automatically. They also live below their means, not because they're cheap, but because they understand that every dollar not spent on a depreciating liability like a fancy car can be invested into an appreciating asset like stocks or real estate. They delay gratification today for financial freedom tomorrow. It's a simple concept, but its consistent application is what separates the financially successful from everyone else. The fourth principle is something you might not expect: a relentless commitment to learning. I was reading 50 books to learn about wealth, and I discovered that the wealthy themselves are voracious readers and learners. They understand that their most valuable asset is their own mind. They don't stop learning after they leave school. They are constantly reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, and networking with people smarter than them. They see education not as a cost, but as an investment with the highest possible return. While many people come home from work and unwind with TV, millionaires often spend their evenings and weekends sharpening their skills, learning about new industries, and expanding their knowledge. They know that the world is constantly changing, and the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning and adapting. Your income will rarely outgrow your personal development. So, ask yourself, what did you learn today that will make you more valuable tomorrow? The fifth habit that stood out is the power of focus and persistence. Everyone has ideas, but millionaires are the ones who pick one or two great ideas and stick with them relentlessly through all the ups and downs. They don't get distracted by every new shiny object or opportunity that comes along. This is what's called shiny object syndrome. You start a blog, then a month later you hear about dropshipping and jump to that. Then you hear about crypto and jump to that. This constant switching prevents you from ever gaining real traction in anything. The wealthy, by contrast, have what I call boring focus. They pick a path, whether it's real estate, a specific business, or mastering the stock market, and they dig deep. They are willing to put in the years of focused effort, the 10,000 hours required to become a true expert. They understand that success isn't an overnight event. It's the result of showing up every single day, especially on the days you don't feel like it, and pushing the ball forward 1 inch at a time. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is the sixth principle. They build and leverage powerful networks. No one becomes a millionaire alone. Every book emphasized the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. This isn't just about schmoozing at networking events. It's about building genuine relationships with mentors, peers, and collaborators. They actively seek out people who are more successful and knowledgeable than they are. They find mentors who can guide them and help them avoid common pitfalls. They build a mastermind group, a term from Think and Grow Rich, which is a small circle of trusted peers who can offer advice, support, and accountability. Your environment shapes you. If you hang around negative, uninspired people, their mindset will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with ambitious, positive, and supportive individuals, you will be lifted up by their energy and their standards. Your network is your net worth. So, to recap the millionaire mindset I discovered from 50 books. 1. Focus on creating value, not just trading time for money. 2. Embrace calculated risk and see failure as feedback. 3. Master your money by paying yourself first and living below your means. 4. Commit to lifelong learning and personal development. 5. Maintain relentless focus and persistence on your chosen path. And 6. Build a powerful network of mentors and peers. These aren't complex financial secrets. They are principles. They are habits. They are a way of seeing the world. Reading TCF 50 books taught me that building wealth is less about finding a magic formula and more about cultivating the right character and discipline. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But the good news is, anyone can start developing this mindset today. You can start by creating a little bit of value, taking one small calculated risk, saving that first dollar, reading that first chapter, or reaching out to that one person you admire. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and the journey to $1 million begins with a single thought. Thanks so much for watching. If this breakdown was valuable to you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into success and personal growth. I'd love to hear from you in the comments which of these principles resonated with you the most. Let's continue the conversation down below. See you in the next video.